Does anyone still believe in the American dream? Hmm.
But like depends on what you mean by America. What's the American dream?
Yeah, that is true. I think that your perception of what attaining the American dream is predicated on
You
what you
talking about
think you
like
can
the
actually attain,
traditional, but like with the traditional,
like white picket
two
fence
kids,
and all
yeah,
that.
a house, a
Yeah,
car.
I think I think when you hear the term American dream, I think that was initially what people thought the American dream
Mhm.
was to attain that house, car,
Okay, okay,
family,
check it out, check
kids.
it out. Okay,
But
Investopedia, the American Dream now costs the American Dream now costs 3.4 milli.
sounds about
And
right.
and they mention it here. So the classic American Dream, including two kids, a house, a car, costs more than most make in a lifetime.
I think I saw some report that said each like having a kid is gonna cost you 500,000. Like having a kid,
One kid.
raising
I've
them,
been wondering about this
like
number.
five
Like
hundred thousand per kid or
I
something
don't
like
think
that. I
people
heard
take
that.
into account that kind of shit. Like when they like,
They don't.
hey, I'm having a kid. Like it's it's some money. But what did they? So let me see this. Okay, so this in this Investopedia
Mhm.
article, the key takeaways. They cost
Yeah.
3.455 million.
Mhm.
So that's the estimated lifetime cost of common milestones, including marriage, two children, home, healthcare, cars, and education. The
That
cost
is
of
absurd.
raising. Yo, they got a whole. Okay,
Yeah.
so yo, they got a whole chart. They
Yep.
got a whole game board here. Hold on, let me read
Yeah.
this, and then we're gonna get to this game board. The cost of raising two children, to the age of 18 is now estimated at over half a million to raise two kids.
Oh my God.
The
I think
average
it's more than that, I think.
the average lifetime cost of a home, including mortgage, with a 10% down payment and a 30-year fixed rate of 7.2.
Mm.
Duh, that's what y'all niggas
They
finna be paying
they did their homework.
next
Investopedia did
year.
their homework.
Next year, bro. I can't imagine. Like, I'm so glad I already own,
Mm.
but it is tough out there if you are in the market.
But low key though, I have a friend of mine who's a mortgage loan officer, and she told me that people are still
They're doing
buying
it.
cribs like crazy.
They're doing
She
it.
said people are still
30-year
buying cribs
fixed
like
rate
crazy.
at 7.2 is
Mm-hmm.
now a fucking bargain. It's now about, so that's 800K. So $800,000 is what you're going to spending. So like,
Mm.
maybe the house costs, 600, but then maintenance and
Yeah,
taxes and
HOA
all the time
fees.
HOA
Yeah,
fees, all that kind of stuff adds up.
yeah.
800. Oh my goodness, right?
Mm.
And that's, imagine your sticker price is 700. Nigga,
Out the gate, that's
try to
crazy,
buy a house in Miami. Try to buy a
bruh.
house in Miami out the gate, bro. It's a rapper. Yo, this is what we're
Mm.
gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through this board. They got a whole like trajectory here. Yo,
Yep.
the average cost of a wedding and engagement ring
This number is crazy.
is
What are y'all
30.
doing? What are y'all doing? The average cost of a
Yo,
wedding and
yo,
engagement ring,
I know somebody who was
bruh.
married like 5, 6 years,
Mm.
and they still paying off the debt from the marriage.
Oh my gosh, bro. From the you talk about from the wedding
From the wedding.
ceremony and all that.
From the wedding.
Yeah.
And the engagement ring. I
Oh
don't
my
even know if the
god, bro.
engagement ring is considered in that bid. It might be might be more.
Bro.
Because I think when people be telling me like the price and the cost of their wedding,
Hmm.
it'd be like the cost of the wedding, the event,
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't price in the
Don't
engagement
even
rings.
account for the engagement rings. Yeah, I don't even account for that.
Hmm.
A good actually one of my good homies actually yeah, they went into their marriage in debt because of the wedding. They went to the marriage in debt. He's still paying on it. They've been married for over 2 years now, 2+ years now, and they just had a child.
So the
Absurd.
next step would be average cost of a home with mortgage interest. So we talked about that. That's about 800, right? 800K. Next is the lifetime uh, car
Last time,
purchases.
yeah,
So this is interesting.
two hundred
This
seventy-one. That's
Yo, this
what
is
kind of
interesting.
rich y'all?
No, no,
Yo,
no, 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 no. It's not. No, but
it's
it makes sense.
lifetime though.
It makes
Lifetime.
lifetime. It's
Okay,
lifetime.
okay.
So it's average purchase price for used car,
Mm-hmm.
total shown for 10 purchases. This is 10 purchases. With each car having a 6 year old used car lasting around 6 years each.
Okay.
So they kind of, you're buying used cars. They're not trying to like ball out of control over here with this. You know what I mean? You're
Mm.
buying a used car. It's a 6 year old used car, but because of the decisions that you made before this, this is probably
Mm-hmm.
the bracket and the caliber of vehicle you can afford.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not laughing at people's situations, but like, it's like, bro, when you lay it out step by step of every
Yeah.
decision point
Yeah.
where you could have went the other way, you could have did the other thing. You made the decisions that ended up getting you to where all you could do is a six
Is
year old
this?
used vehicle,
Yeah.
which is only going to last you another 5 or 6 years. So you have to buy another one again. You're just like constantly behind the fucking 8 ball.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But because of prior decisions.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next up? Median out of pocket birth insurance cost
Two
of
baby deliveries.
2 baby deliveries.
In the
You can't
hospital.
even you can't even deliver babies for free. It costs $6 for that.
This is why you have insurance. Insurance.
But insurance
Your
covered a
job or
lot
whatever.
of it. This is what you
Yeah.
pay out of pocket.
That's what you
You
pay.
still
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
come out of
Sure.
$6,
Yeah.
which could have been $6 to go pay towards that wedding ring.
Yes.
Right? It could have went to that.
Now, think about this. Think about the couples who got married. They spent that kind of bread on the wedding and engagement ring, got married, and got divorced after a year or two, and they're paid.
Oh, oh, you still ain't pay off
They
that
still
damn wedding
there.
ring, dog.
That's crazy. You know she ain't giving that. You know she ain't giving that ring back.
Hey,
You know what it is.
that's the bet in the gamble that you took, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Mhm.
man, it's like, yo,
Yep.
niggas really be trying to just like outdo each other or some
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Facts.
it ain't that, like, you're trying to get married. You want to wake up in your nitty gritty, in your best or for worst, next
Mhm.
to this person for the rest of the time. All these other motherfuckers ain't finna be there.
Yeah.
When they gotta take you to
Yeah.
the freaking hospital emergency room or some shit for some bullshit, or when you freaking had that crazy stressful day at work,
Mhm.
and you just want to come home and crawl into a ball, they not finna be there.
Not at all.
It's finna be that person inside the damn house. And y'all, people be really like centering everybody else
Yeah.
except like I really, I didn't go crazy like these people did when we got married,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
like I do remember that day acutely though. Where it's like
Yeah.
that was a stressful day.
It was.
That was a stressful
I
day.
know. I know it was. Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
day was not just for me. It's
It,
for all
it
these
it's
people.
for people. It's really not for you, for real. Like it really
No,
isn't.
we spent it on, but they're not gonna help pay off that damn
Yeah.
wedding ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Okay, so
That was the out
that
of
was the
pocket
raising
for the two
kids.
bit. Yep. Average cost of raising two children under. Yep. Yeah. We
Yep,
just.
600K. We talked about that.
Mhm.
Next one was the lifetime cost of average family health insurance
Oh
premium.
yeah. Yeah. Insurance for the family is. Ooh man.
That's a million right there.
Yeah.
And let alone you may have a special needs kid. Or
Oh, that's a
maybe
whole
or
nother ball
maybe
game.
or maybe you might develop something like or
Mm.
or maybe you have the family pet.
Yeah.
We
Which
have
is
numbers for
what.
that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have numbers for that.
Hmm.
$68,000, 67,935 average lifetime cost of pet care.
I can vouch for that number. Because the kind
You
of bread
could
I've been spending on.
clone a whole dog with that bread.
You probably can. You probably can, man. I ain't
I
gonna
think it
lie.
costs like 30K. Not that I
Not,
looked
not
into it at all.
wow.
I'm just pulling that number out, but
Yeah.
that's a clone of a clone at least right
That's
there.
it. That's it,
Twice.
bro. Man.
That bit twice. So this number here is the midpoint cost of lifetime care. So this is 15 years for a dog
Hmm.
and a cat.
Hmm.
So by the way, this was in 2022, and it's by this company Synchrony that does like pet insurance and stuff, right?
Okay.
Okay, so next up, average cost of college. Yo, I hope you're sitting down. The
College is such a
average
scam,
cost
bro.
of college,
God.
in-state tuition, 1 year,
For a
including
year.
room
Oh
and
my
board
gosh, bro.
for 2 children. Okay, so now remember that this is 1 year. Okay, you said it's
Mm,
2 children. You caught that last part, right? You caught
mm,
it.
mm.
Split it in half. That's still 21K. Let's say you only have one child. That's still 21
Too much bad.
per year.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do have two kids, right, it would probably be something like the first 2 years, right, is only one kid that's in college.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that third year, you got this one that's coming in as a freshman,
Yeah.
while this one is a junior. And then that one moves on to be a senior, and now they're a sophomore. So that's a lot of chunk of time. That's a
That's
big chunk.
bro. It's a
That's a lot of
lot of
money
money, bro. It's a lot of money.
per year.
It's a lot of
And
money,
these
bro.
degrees take 4 years
Yeah.
minimum sometimes.
Higher education,
Minimum.
man. It's going to be
Maybe
a
you got a
scam.
savant that could get it
Yeah.
in 2 years, three
Yeah.
years. Bruh,
Or
that's
hopefully they do well enough where you can get a full ride. But
a full ride or something.
that's the minority for sure. Small minority.
Average amount needed to retire. So now you don't raise the kids. Now you don't got the house.
Bro, I think about retirement like probably every day, bro.
Every
I'm like,
day
yo,
at your age,
at my age, bro. Like it's like, bro.
80% of 2022 median household income. The total showing 12 years average life expectancy past 65. So you done all of that. And you have a life expectancy of 12 years. You get to retire, let's say at 65.
Mm-hmm.
12 years, you about to die.
You out of there.
Most likely you gonna be out of there.
Yeah.
How you gonna live? Are you gonna be comfortable? If you're gonna be comfortable, you're gonna at least need 715K saved
715K,
up.
bro. Yeah. If you want to be
Divide that by
comfortable.
however much. Maybe you get some
Yeah.
pension plan or maybe something else. So you might get that to fill in there. You don't have to have it completely saved up, but you're gonna have to at least have about maybe 500 saved up, and the rest
Yeah.
will come in pension and all that kind of stuff over
Mm.
that 12, was it 16? Was it 12 years?
Yeah.
You got 12 years to show for it. 12 years.
Insane, bro. Like this is
And
life.
you about
This
to
is real
die.
life.
This is the life trajectory that,
This is
like,
real life.
hey, no, it ain't gonna be me. Here you go. These numbers. It's gonna be. And
Yeah.
chances are there's a high percentage of y'all, 80% apparently, that's gonna do this exact same track.
Yep. Yep.
That's the American dream.
Mm.
But I could save you a couple of dollars. I could trim the fat here and there.
Mm. How so?
Maybe cut down on the kids. Maybe cut down on the.
Bro, people gonna have babies whether you like them or not. Whether you like it or not, man.
No,
I know
it's
your whole
happening.
way, but people gonna have
This
kids, man.
is happening.
I mean, people are having less kids. Yes, people are having less kids. Which I'm sure you'll get to shortly.
More pets than children in
Mhm.
Taiwan
Okay.
as birth
Okay.
rates drop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not surprising.
I'm looking out for you, I'm trying to. I'm
Oh
looking
my
out for
gosh,
your pockets, dog.
bro.
I got this report
Kids
from
cost money, ain't no cap. They
no,
cost money.
this thing, it reminded me of this old ass. This is from 2020.
Mm.
The New York Post is, and I saw something like this, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I could see it. You know what I mean? I fucks with it, right? So this is a report. They're looking at Taiwan, right? So a stroller on the streets of Taipei is seemingly just likely to carry a puppy as a human baby these days.
I haven't seen that here in America. It's weird. It really
Strollers
is.
with dogs have become common
Yeah.
in Taiwan's capital, in part because, and by the way, I just learned the capital of Taiwan, so I'm gonna ask y'all, I'm gonna quiz y'all on this later. All right, make sure you know, right? In part because the metro system requires pets to be in carriers, but also because there are now more pets than children in Taiwan, as more people have been adopting pets, and the country's birth rate has declined. By the Guardian. So you say you seen something.
I
I've
see
seen
some
a
here
thing or two.
stateside. Yeah, I see it stateside. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Let's see what's happening here.
Dogs in Taiwan
Yeah,
are pampered and well cared for. Can you
wow,
blame them? Right? And well cared for, but can also be an accessory to show off. And the more portable, the better. Taiwan's
of course.
resident Tom Parker told The Guardian. This was a Taiwanese resident.
Mm,
Taiwan officials estimate there were close. So here's some hard numbers for you. Taiwan, this is 2020. Taiwan
mm.
officials estimated there were close to 3 million pets in the country during the second half of this year. Remember, this was 2020. So we recall what was happening in 2020, right?
Yeah.
This is the pandemic. Um, uh, People that was inside the house, they started adopting pets and stuff,
Hmm.
right? This is their chance because like
Yeah.
they're when they it's like if you have an itch that you need to scratch, right?
Hmm.
I've told the story before about like I have a friend who had this particular itch, right? He was like, I have to have a child before I die. It's just like it's
Yeah.
this thing. If I die, if I'm on my deathbed, somebody asks me, like, what do I have any regrets? Like, I regret. They would say under deathbed, I wish I had a child, right? There's just this
Mm.
particular itch. I don't have that itch, right? But for some people, it's more acute than others. So this
Yeah,
thing
having a
of
child, for me, having a child is one of my is
it's one
high
of
on
those
my.
things.
Yeah, it's one of mine.
One of
Yeah,
those things.
it's one of those things. I'm not sure if it's to that degree where I have to have a child, but it is
But there's
very
levels.
high.
I get it. I
Yeah, it's
get it.
very high on my list though. It's definitely something that I desire to do to have.
Okay. At the same time, so throughout this whole time, people are adopting pets and not having kids. Taiwan has been declining rate. It's down 6%.
Yeah, yeah.
6% from 2016 to 2019. So that got me to thinking.
Hmm.
That was 2020. A, do we have any updated information on this?
Mm.
And B, do we have what's it like over here?
Yeah. I mean, people are having less kids here in the States too, but
The
I don't.
share
I would
of
imagine it's
household with
more
children in
kids.
2022
Hmm.
is at the end of 2022
Hmm.
stands at 40%, down from
As far as kids,
as far as kids
okay.
share of household children. So it's currently at 40%. Back
Hmm.
in back in 2002, it was 48%. That's an 8% drop.
Yeah.
Less households in
Over
the United States,
over 20 plus period though. You said 2000, you said 2020, you said
2002
2002,
to
it's
2022.
2023. So 2022, so 20-year period.
2022, yeah.
Yeah, so and it
Okay.
dropped 8%. Okay. Hmm.
However,
Okay.
so that's 48% have pets. I mean, have children.
Hmm.
Turns out, how many households have pets? 70% of households.
I can believe
70%.
that. I can believe
You know
that.
what? You
Hmm.
know what? And by the way, this is up 56% from 1988.
Mm.
70% of households have pets. Up.
So you're saying there's a similar trend happening in the United States, like what's
While
happening in
there's a
Taiwan?
childbirth trend going down, there's a pet trend going up.
Hmm.